Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, or the TIE Fighter Chick. Today's another installment of Sizzling Sundays. This is the part of my channel where I do Disney inspired recipes and we just kind of hang out in the kitchen. Normally I have a cookbook that I pull from for these recipes, but I decided today that we are going to use Disney Food Blog. So if you look here, I know it's a little hard to see with the glare of the screen, but this is an entire section of the Disney Food Blog site that is nothing but recipes. Yes, every single link you saw there was a different recipe. And today we are actually making 2 recipes. And yes, in my thumbnail you saw there was a bottle of tequila. You are indeed correct. We are going to be doing an adult beverage today. So kiddos, you don't get left out on this one, I promise. This drink that I'm going to make can be done both ways, with and without alcohol. So the story behind the alcoholic drink, we've got our Santos tequila here. This particular tequila is my favorite brand. It is by Sammy Lee Hager and Guy Fieri, and it's one of my favorites. I really love the taste of it. So we'll be using that in the recipe along with a couple of other things. But let's talk about the story behind it. So this cocktail is inspired by the man who gave us some of the most iconic Disneyland rides. I'm reading, mind you, directly from the Disney Food Blog. I've got it pulled up on my tablet here. So this gentleman is responsible for creating things like the Haunted Mansion, one of my favorites, Autopia, Submarine Voyage, which is now the Finding Nemo ride, and the Matterhorn bobsleds, another one of my favorites. His name is Bob Gurr. He has long since retired from Disney. When this particular article was written, he was 88 years old and still keeping busy. He does have an amazing collection himself. He actually has an Instagram account where he posts things, and one of the pictures was posted recently. This was from the original 1955 car of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and it's actually sitting in his living room, which I think is amazing. I find that just hilarious that he's got that as part of a piece for his living room. Now, the drink that we're making is called a GurrTiki. Bob Gurr, that's his name, a GurrTiki. And it includes the Naked Mighty Mango Fruit Smoothie, which I've got here, some pineapple juice, and you can use vodka, rum, gin, tequila, pretty much any alcoholic beverage you want to add into that. I'm choosing tequila today since that is my particular favorite of the alcoholic beverages. And if you don't want to make it alcoholic, simply leave it out. Yep, you can just leave it out. It doesn't affect the flavor in any way. So that's the drink recipe that we'll be making here in a second. And then the other recipe we're making is a dessert. It is the carrot cake cookie sandwich. Yep, it's gonna be fun. And this one, I've got a picture here, is cake mix. It's just a boxed carrot cake mix. You add to it all of the normal ingredients. Now it does have a recipe for making your own cream cheese frosting. I'm being lazy today on my day off, and I bought cream cheese frosting. But the recipe does call for added crushed pineapple to that cream cheese frosting recipe. So I went ahead and picked up some of that to use for the icing, as well as the pineapple juice goes in the drink that we're making. So we're kind of getting double duty off of that. So we're gonna go ahead and follow these directions. I've got the oven preheating to 350 for the cookies. It says to grease a cookie sheet. Unfortunately, our cookie sheets are, well, they've seen better days. They've got some rust spots and whatnot on them, so I'm not actually going to take and grease them. I am going to just lay down some parchment paper and do things that way. Hopefully it will turn out correct. If it doesn't, oh well, it's okay. That's what this is all about, just having fun hanging out in the kitchen. So it says to go ahead and follow the recipe for the cake mix. So you add in 3 eggs, which I've got here. We're gonna add them, oh, come on now. Add them to our mixing bowl. There's one. I'm just gonna drop that in the sink at the moment. I will say apologies now for the kind of messy background. Our house is a bit in shambles at the moment. We are actually getting new carpet tomorrow. So we've been moving things around and getting everything set up for that. So things have been a little crazy. We haven't been able to really organize things yet, so it's kind of all just piled in the dining room at the moment. But the good news is that they are moving the larger containers for us, large furniture, there's the word I'm thinking of, large furniture for us so that we don't have to do it. My poor partner, they had surgery recently, and they can't lift anything over 15 pounds. So right now they can't even lift the cat because he is over 15 pounds. But you know, it is what it is. We were willing to spend that couple extra $100 to be able to make sure that make sure that they were able to move everything for us so we wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, so I've put the vegetable oil, it was 1/3 of a cup, in with 3 eggs, 3 large eggs. And now I'm going to add, come on, the carrot cake mix. Again, this is just a store-bought mix, super easy. If you wanted to really, make this into a fancy recipe, you could make the carrot cake, from scratch. I am not that talented. I can do box cake mixes just fine, but I am not good at doing from scratch recipes like that. Now this does typically call for having it mixed by a mixer. I didn't want to try and get out the big KitchenAid for this recipe and have to worry about cleaning it. So I am just going to do this all by hand. Shouldn't be too bad since it's not a super large cake mix. Okay. I'm gonna go get my apron. Bear with me. Okay. I'm not the cleanest of chefs. So we are gonna go ahead and tie on our Boba Fett apron so I don't get completely messy. I've got a work meeting to go to later and I really don't feel like changing clothes. So we're just gonna go with that. And mix everything up here. Is anyone doing anything fun for Halloween? I know that we're planning to go down to Bridgestone Arena, the home of the Nashville Predators, the hockey team here in town. We're planning to go down to Bridgestone Arena for a movie night. They're showing Beetlejuice on October 30th. We thought that would be really fun to go to. Yes, I know, Oven. Thank you. So we're planning to go down there for that, which should be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be an interesting event. They only sold a certain number of tickets due to social distancing. So we'll see how many people actually come out for that. But it's going to be fun. You have like a souvenir popcorn bucket. There's a... you get like a drink, and I think you get something else. I can't remember exactly what else comes with it. But this is coming together nicely. Trying to get all the lumps out of here, which is kind of impossible with carrot cake. But I want to make sure all of everything's mixed together. Alright, I think those lumps are the carrots and the raisins in there. Alright, now look at this. I forgot my strainer. Hang on. Knew I was forgetting something when I set everything up, and it was the strainer. Bless me. Alright, so for the icing itself, it does call for need another mixing bowl. I'm just going to use a regular bowl because I don't feel like getting the chair out to pull down the mixing bowls. So I did go with the whipped cream cheese frosting. I figured that might make it a little bit easier to spread it onto the carrot cake cookies, and then crushed pineapple. But I need to drain all the juice out of it, so we're gonna dump it in here. There we go. Good enough. Now this is going to drain off into the bowl. We'll go with a spatula. It's gonna be too big. Too short. That'll work. Alright, so I am going to, actually, you know what? Instead of putting this in the bowl, I don't have piping bags, so I'm just using just a regular gallon Ziploc. I'm just going to put it all right down in here. That way I can mix it much easier. See if I can squish this out. Nope, I'm going to have to pull it out. Okay. And the nice thing is the pineapple juice, we're just going to reuse and put into that drink, which does double duty. For the drink recipe, it's a 2-to-1 ratio for pineapple juice, and I'm only making one. My partner can't have anything, alcohol, anything like that that can cause burping right now because of the surgery they had. So it will just be enough for me. Alright, so I've unloaded the entire thing of frosting into my Ziploc bag. Try to get as much off as I can. Chef's prerogative, you get to lick the spoon. I can't pass up a cream cheese frosting, or frosting in general, regardless of flavor. So we'll see how many carrot cake pieces this makes, but hopefully I'll have enough frosting. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to press some of that out. All right. While I am waiting on that, I'm going to scoop out my cookies. Now, I did get out a scooper, just like a little ice cream scoop, because I want them to be uniform size, and that is much easier to achieve if you have something that you can measure with. So, let's see here, gotta tap it. This seems like a very loose batter, but hopefully they will set up correctly. All right, so it looks like 2 scoops is about what I want. I've got a Fuzzbutt here. Hi, Fuzz. He's wandering down by my feet because he thinks he's gonna get some food. He's been on a diet recently, and I don't think he's particularly happy. Because I found him today in the closet trying to get into his food bag. Did not make me a happy camper. Poor thing almost ended up taking a header down our stairs to the bottom level, our basement level, because they're real steep. And he was moving so quickly trying to get away from me hissing at him. But, yeah. He's lost weight. I mean, he's down to 15.87 pounds, which is good. You know, I'll kind of take that, considering that he was over 17 when we first started the diet. Okay, so I've got 4 cookies so far. And I'm making an absolute and utter mess, of course. I think I'm going to hold off and see how these turn out. Gonna wipe up the edge here because I dripped a whole bunch on the edge of the pan and I don't want it to burn. There we go. Okay, so it does seem like very loose batter. They seem to be settling just fine on the paper. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven and we'll see how they do. Okay, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes, and that's starting now.
I want to okay. I'm gonna finish off the icing here real quick, and then we'll mix that up and get it ready. Don't remember how much the recipe said. Let's see here. Doesn't tell me right offhand. I have to scroll all the way back up to the top of the recipe. Half a cup. I think I've eyeballed that pretty well. That's about half of the container, I think, so I'm in with that. Now, to get it all incorporated, that's the fun part. You get to mush the bag around. This would be a great thing to do to give to toddlers or kids, since it's super fun and messy. It allows them to be part of the kitchen. Come on, baby. There we go. Plus it kind of gets the icing warm and easier to spread. I think these are going to be tasty. Alright, that looks pretty well mixed. So I'm going to pop this back into the microwave. Good heavens. Into the fridge, just to kind of help set it. I will take and put the rest of this here in a bowl, and I will probably eat that up either tonight or tomorrow. I love good pineapple. So good. Absolutely delicious. Alright, let's do this drink. Now, I don't have a hurricane glass, but I do have one of my favorites. So this is one of my favorite glasses. It looks like a red Solo cup in shape, but it's actually glass. The company upstairs is a division of one of our favorite restaurants called Strawberry Alley Ale Works, and the upstairs is kind of their upstairs portion, almost like a lounge. There's board games and couches and more relaxed seating. You've got like a smaller menu, you know, that sort of thing. So we need 2 to 1. So this gave me a cup of pineapple juice. So let's see. Get a handy measuring cup because I don't want to overload this glass and I don't want the mixture to be off. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour the tequila down in here first. And I don't have a shot glass, like a 1 ounce measuring glass, so I'm just gonna eyeball it for how much my taste tends to prefer. And like I said earlier in the video, this brand of tequila, the Santo, is my absolute favorite. If you are looking for a great brand of tequila that's good for either just sipping on or for you know, putting in drinks, it's one of my absolute favorites. So I'm going to do a cup of the mango, and we'll do a half a cup, obviously just eyeballing it here, and a little more than that, but that's all right. Half a cup of the pineapple. We're going to give that a stir. Ooh, that's interesting. So the naked, I'm not real familiar with the naked juices. They're not really anything I drink, but there you have it, a GurrTiki. Let's see how it tastes. That's good. This is one of those dangerous ones. The tequila adds a real nice kind of slight kick to it. You can see Fuzzbutt wandering around. What you doing, Fuzzle? Come say hi. He's such a cute kitty. The tequila comes through real nice and kind of, it's got like a sweet, almost spicy kick to it. And then you have the mango and then the pineapple. Just a real nice tropical drink. That's good. That's real good. That is definitely one of those dangerous things that you probably want to be real careful with. Because it could probably get you a little buzzed quicker than you anticipate. Anyways, I'm going to attempt to find a spot for my bowl of pineapple. And let's check in on our cookies. Oh boy. Those spread quite a bit. So I think that I'm going to do 1 scoop of the mixture instead of 2. So let me get out my other baking sheets and get those lined. That way I can get going on the others. But yeah, let me know y'all's Halloween plans. I'm curious what everybody's doing this year, you know, with social distancing and all that. I think it's going to be very interesting how people handle Halloween. I'm kind of curious what my neighbors are going to do, because we live in a neighborhood that's very much an older generation, so we really don't have many trick-or-treaters. Our neighbors actually went all out. Their whole yard is decorated right now. And they got, you know, all sorts of stuff up. We've got a few things, like we've got a couple of pumpkins out on the front porch right now. They're the electric ones that you can plug in. We've got like a mum, you know, just kind of some fall stuff. We've got fall decorations in the house. Since I've been so busy with work, I haven't really done a whole bunch of decorating. It's just not, it's a time thing, you know. Like if you're working full time and you come home and you're exhausted, you don't really want to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. But we've got a few decorations out. We've got a few. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna set those over there for now. I'm gonna get this next sheet lined up. I think doing them smaller is going to work better in the long run. I think it's going to be a much better cookie. Oh, there we go. Alright, is there any other types of foods you guys would like to see me cook? Is there any interest in doing other fandoms like Star Wars and Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings? Is there any interest for that? If there is, please comment down below. I think it would be very fun to do some Harry Potter stuff. I would really enjoy that. Today over on, well, a couple days ago, when I'm filming this, it's technically Wednesday, and then this will be posted on Sunday, and then Monday's when we get the carpet, just so we have a correct timeline there. While I'm filming this, I actually went through, before we moved everything out of the Harry Potter room, I went through and actually did a room tour of it. That was really fun. I will probably end up stitching the Instagram post together and doing like one video to post on the YouTube, just so that everybody can see it. But if you're following me on Instagram, go ahead and head on over to that story and check it out. It should be pretty interesting. All right. Okay, Google, how much time is left on the timer?
T-minus 27 seconds.
Okay, Google, cancel the timer.
Got it. Cancel.
Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of the oven. I'm not sure how well these first couple will actually work, but they look good. They smell good. Give them a few seconds to cool off. I'm going to pop the next round into the oven. Yeah, I can close the door with these two. Okay. There we go. Okay, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes. All right,
Okay, 10 minutes.
let's see if I can get these off
Starting
the baking sheet. This could prove to be interesting. All right. So you can see what I'm doing. I will move everything over here and kind of tilt everything down. But this could get a little interesting. We'll see if I can get everything to tilt. Oh, let's see here. I've got to move everything slightly so I can get everything set the right way to, there we go. Now I can tilt you. All right, let's see here. Well, they've kind of puffed up like a cake would. Not bad, not bad. There's a little bit of sticking with the parchment paper, but not enough that I would be worried about it. All right, so these will definitely be the ones that will be for us here at home to eat, since they're not uniform size. But the other ones I'm gonna end up taking to my coworkers, because Lord knows we don't eat a whole bunch of sweets in this house. All right, get rid of that, reline it, and start the next round. We'll see how this goes. All right, while I'm finishing this up, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video, and I'll pull you back in once I've got some others out of the oven, all right? Okay, I've got a whole bunch of batches in and out of the oven. I've got one last one here. I've got my bag of frosting, and we're gonna actually frost these two and do a taste test. Now, let's see if I can get the tip cut off of this. All right, there's that. So now we're just gonna kind of bunch it up. Whoop. And start doing our icing. Not the ideal way to do it. Obviously, it's rather messy. I just don't have any piping bags that are in easy access. All right. Gonna kind of take and shake that back down in. Set that like that so that I can do this on my other ones. They haven't quite cooled down yet. Okay. Kind of take and mush that down. Mush that down. As you can see, this carrot cake does kind of tend to fall apart a little bit. Case in point. But it's all good. Well worth it. What you doing, sleepy cat? All right, I'm just gonna crack into this with a fork. I think that's gonna be our easiest option here. I think this might be the favorite thing I've made so far. That is amazing. Absolutely delicious. The carrot cake is nice and sweet. Then you have like the tang of the pineapple and the cream cheese. Perfect. All right, folks. Well, there you have it. We've got our GurrTiki and our carrot cake sandwich, carrot cake cookie sandwich, sandwiches there. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you try these recipes out for yourself. Definitely comment down below if you try them out. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what you would change with this recipe. I know that they are definitely very sticky in regards to the carrot cake, and it kind of pulls off onto like the back of your fork. Okay, Google, stop. On the back of your fork or onto like a plate like these are on. Let me know what you change. You know, I'm sure that there's chefs watching and people that have much more baking experience than I do.
I don't understand.
Okay, Google, stop. Google hates me today. But like I said, there you have it, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you have an absolutely magical day. Until next time.